Infinity Games Podcast.
I'm Jukeboxhero,
And I'm KelryxsKing.
and this is the Infinity Games Podcast, episode 24, titled Hype.
Hype.
Hype?
Hype.
Get hyped?
Choo choo. Hype train rolling out.
Chugga 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 hype hype.
That was wonderful.
I'm glad you liked it.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, I had the arm flailing and everything.
Oh, wonderful. I'd expect nothing less.
Kelryx.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun. What are you hyped for?
Dun, dun. Things and stuff and things and stuff.
Man, we talk about things and stuff quite often.
Isn't that the way it goes, though?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff and things to talk about.
Before I get to my hype, are you hyped about anything?
The things.
The
Are
things?
you are you not hyped for the things?
I'm hyped for all the things.
Okay. I don't think I have a lot to be hyped for right now. But as of recording and about an hour ago, in the Pokemon Go Catch Challenge, we hit 3 billion Pokemon, so they released Farfetch'd in North America for 48 hours.
Hot damn, did you get one?
No, but I am leaving tonight and going into the capital city, and they're swarming with them. So I will
Sweet
get
deal.
one. Yeah.
Hot damn.
Much excited. Farfetch'd is my favorite fucking Pokemon.
What?
I just really like Farfetch'd.
What?
Not for any battle ability or anything. He's just cool.
What?
Oh, God. Okay, dude, so there's a Japanese saying, and I don't know how to say in Japanese, but it roughly translates to, a duck holding a leek is absurd. That's why his name is Farfetch'd. Badumts.
I can respect this.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
For
fuck
anybody
Pokemon
wondering-
Go.
For anybody wondering, shit. Jukebox?
Yeah.
What's my favorite Pokemon?
Oh, Christ.
It changes like once a week. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it really does. What is it?
Nah, it's Glaceon. It's always been Glaceon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I ever knew that, dude.
Since Glaceon came out, I've just been like riding the Glaceon hype train since day one.
Nice. I dig the Sylveon
I also love Sylveon.
because he's pink and he's like my favorite evolution.
Mm-hmm. Foreshadowing. Not really. But like, spoiler alert, also not really. Eventually, Kelryx will get tattoos on his right arm, over his shoulder, his right pectoral, and his shoulder blade. They will be tribal versions of the evolutions. It will be magical.
It'll be sexy.
One day.
We'll post pictures and you can all put them in your spank bank.
Yeah. The picture will also include Jukebox licking said arm.
I can get down with this.
Perfect. Are we ready to jump on the
Kelryx
goddamn
arm.
hype train? Oh, are you ready for this?
No.
All right, well then I'll just keep it to myself then. Moving on.
Yeah, okay, so this was episode 24. Thanks for having us. Bye.
Boy.
Okay, anyways, what are you hyped for?
I have a SNES Classic at home, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah!
Oh, boy.
The hype train's
Tell-
gone now. We're done. Okay, bye.
Yeah, okay, bye. Tell us about it.
I've only seen it in pictures. I've been in camp for 6 days, and it's just been at home taunting me.
Aww. Poor Will
I'm so
Kelryx.
sad. I'm so happy, but I'm so sad.
So tell me how you got it.
So, my fiance, in case anybody missed that from the last episode, I'm engaged now.
Hey.
Fun. Not to Jukebox, although the votes were
Aw.
tallied and he was a very close second.
I'm still your mistress.
Indeed. He's been mistress for...
Quite
Shit,
a
what is
while.
it? Like fucking 18 years now?
I mean, close enough.
We old balls, dude.
I mean,
For anybody
mine are
curious,
still pretty tight. Yours are loose and heavy.
yeah,
and-
mine. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
For anybody curious, I've known Jukebox since 2nd grade. He has been my best friend since 2nd grade. He will be the best man at my wedding. Just saying.
And that makes me super happy.
Indeed, because he will be walking down the aisle with my fiance's man of honor, linking arms. It'll be wonderfully adorable.
Yes. And in case anyone was wondering, once again, 2nd grade is when I moved to the city I now live in. So pretty much the entirety of my life in this city, I've known Kelryx. For all you motherfuckers who are like, oh, but I've been best friends with mine since like kindergarten. Suck that.
Indeed.
Anyways, your fiance, ...
So about the wedding. No, just kidding. So pretty much, she went to our local EB Games, GameStop, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I know it's different in goddamn every city, it seems now.
We went to the local Babbage's.
No, Barnes and Nobles. So she went in the one day because she has this massive addiction for Pop Funko figures.
Right.
Bless her soul. So, like everybody else on the planet, she loves those things. So she went in, she was just looking, and then she asked, because it's just habit for us to ask now when they're getting some SNES Classics in. So we know everybody at our game store pretty well because we're in there, like 3 times a week minimum.
Right.
So they were like, oh yeah, we're actually supposed to get a shipment in tomorrow. And she's like, hot fucking damn. So she was like, what time are they coming in? They were like, they'll be here between like 10:30 and 11. We're supposed to get them early in the morning. She was like, awesome, I'll be here. She wakes up at 9 a.m., which is like a good 2 hours earlier than she normally wakes up because she works late. So she gets up early, gets herself a coffee, goes out, waits for the store to open. Store opens at 10. She goes in, and they're like, oh, yeah, we fucked up. We're not supposed to get them until like 1:30. So she's like, fuck my life. So
oh, shit, I'm just going to sit here.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, instead of being like, fuck this noise, I'm going home and I'll come back later, and like completely fucking herself over, she runs to the Walmart that's close by the game store real quick, runs to the Walmart, gets like some snacks, gets some pop, and she already brought her book with her because she had figured, hey, I'm probably going to be waiting for at least a little while.
Right.
So, and she just fucking literally parks right in front of the store and just waits. And she just like calls them every like half hour just to see if they got any in, and she maybe like missed the truck pulling up because she was into her book or whatever,
Yeah.
So eventually she sees some people starting to go into the store, like filing in. She's like, okay, I'm going to get in there. So she gets in there. She's 7th in line.
Okay.
And there were only 6 of them.
Whoa.
So she's like, fuck me. Because she felt bad because originally she thought about like going in and standing inside once it got like closer to when they were going to get in.
Right.
But she was like, oh, it'll be fine. They're supposed to get, because they told them they were supposed to get a good few. Right?
Right.
So she was like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll head in when I see a couple of other people go in, and when they're in there for a couple of minutes, I'll be like, okay, and I'll head in. So she went in. She was 7th in line. They said, we only have 6. She's like, fuck it. I'm staying in line anyway, just in case. And the only reason she got one was because one of the guys in front of her, for some reason, left the line. He like left the line and walked out the door.
Probably realized he didn't have any money or something.
So either that, or he thought for some dumb reason his spot in line wouldn't go anywhere or something, but I don't know. So anyway, he left, and my fiance was immediately like, oh, fuck this noise. This shit's mine.
Right.
Fucking slides into the DMs and freaking fucking slams the money on the counter, gets one. The lady, the one manager that works there who fucking loves us to death, was like, I'm so happy you stuck it out. You and your fiance deserve one of these so badly. And I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, that's a story about how I got a SNES Classic, and it's waiting at home, still in the plastic wrap, and I'm still here for 2 goddamn more days.
Such a beautiful story, brings a tear to your eye.
Doesn't it, though?
That's awesome, dude.
Also. Oh, sorry. Give me a quick pause because I have to find it. Jukebox is going to tell you about how excited he is to come over and play the SNES when I get home.
Not excited at all.
Wow, you're a piece of shit.
No, I'm kidding. I'm actually pretty hyped for it. Sorry, I had to think for a second there because I almost called it Mario 3. Super Mario World. I absolutely love the fuck out of that game, and I'm going to force you to play it.
Oh, yeah, like I'm hot fucking trash at that game, but you bet your ass I'm playing it.
Yeah. And Street Fighter 2, because I've never actually played Street Fighter 2 on a console.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I own the fucking arcade board, and it's like one of the highest selling games on the Super NES, but I've like never fucking played it.
Yeah. So, a few things.
So I have some hype in there.
I have a few things to tell Jukebox because they're going to get his hype like through the fucking roof, even though it's like already through the roof. But first, let me regale you with the tale of when I told Jukebox that I had a SNES. So,
are you done sucking
where
dick?
the fuck is it? Son of a bitch.
Okay, let me give you some more hype.
Fuck. Oh, found it.
Okay, never mind. You can go ahead.
So, I said in all caps, just for reference, the first like 5 messages are all caps. So, I said, my fiance got us a SNES Classic. Jukebox posts 3 of the shocked like ghost faces.
Yes.
And then I said, I'm fucking screaming. The hype is so real, and I have to wait 10 fucking days before I can even touch the damn thing. And he says, in brackets, ghoulish screaming because I'm fucking dead. And then I said, the hype, holy fucking shit, the hype. Jukebox has the audacity to say, dude, your hype is probably going to die the moment you start playing a game. And I said, hell no. And then he said, bruh, SNES Classic episode coming? I said, fuck yes.
And here we are today.
I was going to say, spoiler alert, that's now.
Yeah.
We're doing the thing.
Yeah.
So, that was Jukebox's reaction. I got a kick out of that.
Okay, so dude, I am more hyped for you to play some of those games that I know you haven't really played, like, you know, try Earthbound for the first 5 minutes and get bored of it, or like play Mario World to get somewhat decent at it, because I think it's far better than Mario 3, even though I love the shit out of Mario 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shit like that. But I still stand by, I think your hype's gonna die like the moment you start playing on it.
Nah, son.
Because like all of my hype came from like one of us actually fucking owns it now, because they're impossible to get our fucking hands on, and it's crazy and super crazy. But I already own a SNES and over half of the games on the SNES Classic, and we have other means of playing all of the rest of the games on there. So for me, the hype doesn't come from being able to play the games. It comes from like actually having the thing.
My hype comes from both. Yeah. My hype comes from both, because sad story here. Cue the sad music. Not actually. We're not.
I'll find
We
some.
don't roll like that. Yes. But I had to sell my original Nintendo Entertainment System and also my Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I had to sell them both because I was stupid broke, had to pay bills, and people where we live are really dumb when it comes to that stuff. I literally sold the SNES and the NES for $125 each with like 2 controllers and 2 games.
Right.
Which by like realistic price points is like maybe like $80 to $90 worth. I didn't give them good games.
No.
I still have all the good games.
Except the Castlevanias, which you sold me.
Except the Castlevanias, which I sold Jukebox.
Yes.
But I still have like Batman and Blaster Master and shit like that, so I don't give a fuck.
And the Marios.
And the Marios. Yes, so rare.
But I have the real gem.
Indeed.
Hydlide.
Indeed. So, yeah, sad story. I had to sell my NES and my SNES. Did I play them often?
No.
No, not really. But I also, like...
They're pretty to look at the very least.
Well, the thing is, too, for me, it's like some of the games that on a SNES or a NES that I would really love to play, I can play on other systems with slightly updated like graphics and stuff like that. Like if I wanted to play the original Final Fantasy, I would just emulate it on my Visual Boy Advance that I have on my computer, and I would just get the GBA version because it's updated. There are more dungeons. It's the exact same game. It's just prettier with a little more content.
Alternatively, you could get the PSP version, which
I could get the PSP version.
Yeah, the anniversary one is also updated, has some bonus content.
Yeah, so same thing. So that was my main issue with the NES and the SNES. It's like when I'm with Jukebox, like we love playing the old games.
Yeah.
But when I'm just like running solo, it's like there are other things that hold my interest better. I love older game systems as a party thing. Like you're with your friends and you want to just have like a ballin' good time, you boot up old games and let them kick the ever living shit out of you.
Man, back in like high school and just out of high school, anytime we were at your place or other people were at your place, it's like Mario 3 was always in. Like,
yeah, always.
We'd be sitting on the couch futon thing like, man, what the fuck do we actually do now? Mario 3? Mario 3.
And then we'd be like, bow, wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, and then we'd get to like the 7th world and we never finished it.
No, because we were just not good.
And for all you lame-ass kiddies out there with your fucking save points and save states and all this other shit, you gotta do that all in one go on the NES.
And all your 80 character passwords. Goddamn memory cards and shit.
Fucking VMUs.
External hard drives. Let me just plug my 1 terabyte hard drive into my NES here. I need to save Zelda.
Let me plug in my cassette recorder and record this to metal tape.
Perfect.
So the most efficient way, you know?
Yeah, that's like the super sad stories. I had to sell my stuff, so I haven't been able to actually play. So my hype for it comes from the simple fact that I own one of them. That's stupid awesome.
Right.
Like, stupid awesome. Second is, I have the means to play tons of games that I probably wouldn't ever own. At least not own for a very long time. Because the problem, the thing that I love about the NES Classic and the SNES Classic is they put games on there that people charge an arm and a goddamn leg for.
Yeah, like
if
Super Metroid costs as much as the SNES Classic right now.
Yeah, Earthbound costs as much as 2 SNES Classics.
Yeah.
Like, it's absurd. Like, buying a SNES Classic for, I'm just going to ballpark it because fuck real numbers. Buying a SNES Classic for like $100, buying a Super Nintendo, 2 controllers, and all 21 of the games that come on the SNES Classic, I'd probably be looking at like an $800 to $900 bill.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, easily. Depending, maybe a little lower, maybe probably a little higher, depending on where and who I bought and sold and whatever I got the games, who from and who for, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like I have one buddy at work, and he's a massive cheap ass. Great guy, but he's a massive cheap ass. And like, I was stupid hyped about the SNES Classic, and he was like, waste of money. And in my head, I was just like, are you fucked? Do you have any idea how much money I just saved? Like,
right. He's probably like,
whatever.
Oh, get a Raspberry Pi and emulate it.
Yeah, pretty much, right? But
I don't think I could ever argue with people like that because they will never understand where we're coming from, where we want to play on like original hardware or the closest approximation of in like the SNES Classics.
Yeah, one other guy I work with, it was the same thing. He was like, I'm hyped for you and I'm jealous that you got one, but like whatever, I have a real Super Nintendo. And I was like, but do you have these games? And he's like, well, no. And I'm like, yeah, fuck your shit.
Yeah.
But so
hold on. The other thing with the games, because I said the hype will die because, for me at least, because I have other means of playing the games, and that's like the ones I own. But the ones I don't own, when I said there's other means of playing them, I didn't necessarily mean like emulation. Most of them are on sale on like the Virtual Console on the Wii U or the Switch or the 3DS. So,
Oh, of course.
so like, you probably could have bought all of those games on the Virtual Console for approximately the same as the SNES Classic.
Probably.
So that's a reason for me why it didn't get me as hype as it's got you.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Doesn't matter. It's
Probably
your
the-
SNES Classic. You get to have more hype. I'd probably
Right,
be losing
so-
my shit still if I got one.
yeah, no kidding. But the third reason I'm really hype that I got a SNES Classic is I'm excited for me and my fiance to be able to play these games together.
Yeah.
Because like a good like 7 or 8 of the SNES Classic games are multiplayer. So like we can play Mario. We can probably not play Mario Kart because I'm gonna be fucking real here. Super Mario Kart sucks fucking ass.
Yeah, it's so bad.
It's so shit.
I fucking hate it.
If you have nostalgia for it, I'm sorry, but we talked about this in the Mario Kart 8 episode fucking 3 episodes back. Super Mario Kart is hot fucking garbage. The
You know what, dude?
speed sucks, the coins suck, the items suck, the tracks suck.
I feel the same way about Super Mario Kart as I do as the original GoldenEye 007.
Damn!
People who had hype for that shit and who have nostalgia for it now fucking need to take off the nostalgia goggles.
I agree.
Like, it was great back in the day maybe, but now they're just absolute fucking trash.
Oh yeah.
And the only people who think they're like the greatest thing in the world probably haven't played it in 20 goddamn years.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's because we were talking about that the one day at work because Buddy mentioned he was like, "Oh, fucking GoldenEye's the greatest shit in the world," and I was like, "Buddy, no."
No. God,
I
no.
was like, "Buddy, no." He was like, "What are you talking about? It's like the best game ever made." I'm like, "No, it's fucking not. Quit lying to yourself." And then he like kind of shut up. I was like, "I will give you one thing," and he's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Odd Job's a dirty piece of garbage." And he's like, "Yeah, fuck, greatest game." I'm like, "That is not what I said."
Oh, what a
But-
trash person.
But anyway, because like, so me and my fiance, hang on, I'm gonna pull up a quick list of all the games on it because I remember like a good amount of them, but I don't remember all of them.
Okay.
Ba, 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 ba.
So while you're doing that, I'm actually going to have an interlude and tell you something.
Go.
So I'm going to fudge the numbers because I don't actually remember it, but Nintendo had like an investor conference call type thing.
Yep.
When they announced their quarterly earnings and stuff like that. And they increased their expected Switch units by the end of the year, by March next year, and then by the end of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
The number they're looking for at the end of 2018 is like 25 to 30 million. And what we're
Holy
speculating
fucking shit.
is the only way they can drive that much traffic to their console is by releasing Pokemon on it. And we know they're working on a core Pokemon game for the Switch, but we might actually get it next year if they're truly believing that they can have those numbers.
Yeah, like I don't want to be a dick, but nothing like Pokemon sells Nintendo.
Yeah. Like I was talking to a guy and he's like, "Oh, it's going to be Metroid Prime 4 because everyone's freaking out." I'm like, "Buddy, go look at the fucking numbers. It sells like 1 million units. Suck your own dick. That's not happening."
Okay, Metroid Prime 4 is hype as shit. Like I'm pretty sure we talked about this a few episodes back. Like we're all hyped for it, but it doesn't sell units.
God, no.
It's like the people who already own a Switch who are like, "Holy fucking shit, Metroid's awesome." They'll buy it. Nobody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I need a Switch for Metroid." They drop Pokemon. They drop a core Pokemon game on Switch. People are going out.
Yeah.
I'm going out. My credit card's getting maxed. I don't give a fuck.
Right. So there,
But,
I got a little bit of fucking hype for that. Because the
Yeah.
hints that they're dropping are showing that fucking Pokemon's coming next year.
Oh, so much hype. So, what was I just on? Oh yeah, I was checking the list. So, I talked about this with my fiance, and it's like she's hype as shit for this thing. So, I even told her she gets to open it,
Nice.
and she lost her goddamn mind. She was like, "No, why? I bought it for you." I'm like, "Babe, I didn't do anything." I was like, "You woke up early. You went and stood in line for the equivalent of fucking,
4,
excuse me,
5.
like 4.5 to 5 hours. You got there, were in line, realized that your place in line would not get you one, and still stood in line. Like, fucking right, you get to open it. I didn't do shit." I was like, there's no way in fuck you're opening it without me there, but you get to open it. Oh, she thought that was the greatest thing ever. She was like, oh my god. But like, so I'm really hyped to play like Mario with her, F-Zero with her, Donkey Kong Country. I'm really excited to like show her Kirby Superstar and be like, all these games are yours.
I love Kirby.
Also Kirby's Dream Course. I think we'd have a lot of fun with that. Secret of Mana. I'm excited to try and get her like into that. I think she'd like it.
Hold on 2 seconds. I think we played Kirby's Dream Course together once and we're like, man, this game is fucking whack.
I mean, it's Kirby Golf, so yeah, it's kind of whack.
I remember playing it with someone and they were like wholly unimpressed.
I don't think it was me.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever played it, but like it might have been. I mean, I have the memory of a goldfish.
Okay.
But I'm really excited to play like the Kirby games with her. I'm really excited to see get her to play Yoshi's Island.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because she loves Yoshi's. I got her the one on DS and she really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to see her play like the OG one. And then I told her that I want to play through Earthbound with her.
Really?
Like, if I'm going to play Earthbound, like, I want to do it with her. Like, I want to get snacks, I want to get, like, pops, and I want to just, like, zone out and play through fucking Earthbound.
Like, super legit, you're actually going to play through that whole game.
I'm going to fucking try.
You better have me there for some of that, because that's my favorite fucking game.
You bet your ass. I think we got to start wrapping this up because Jukebox has other things he needs to take care of. But there are a couple of things I need to say that are going to get Jukebox's hype right on up there. First of all, I told people at work, holy shit, I got a SNES Classic. They were like, holy shit, you got a SNES Classic. I hate your fucking guts. And I was like, bitches, middle fingers. Pew pew. But I asked the two guys that I work with, they're both huge gamers, like OG gamers, like you and me. Like, they love the old school systems and stuff, right?
Okay.
So I asked them, I was like, what do I play first? And both of them said Mega Man X.
Ah.
And I was like,
that's what I said.
Yes. Because that's why I laughed, because that was exactly what Jukebox said.
Hell yeah, man.
Because I was like, what do I do? And he's like, Mega Man X. And I was like, yes.
Because that's the one you're always like, man, if I was going to speedrun a game, I'd learn to do Mega Man X. And Mega Man X is fucking amazing and fucking sequelitis. Riding on
and then
cars.
I played it.
There's a guitar in here.
Indeed.
I was going to do it across the room.
Aww.
Don't count on it.
Damn, I was waiting. So, they both said, play Mega Man X first. And I was like, fucking right, I'm playing Mega Man X first. So, and then I'll probably, like, I'll play that, I'll probably get my ass kicked, and then I'll be like, okay, we gotta switch, and we're gonna play, like, F-Zero or something. Because F-Zero is just fast-paced, quick fun.
Right.
So,
unless it's F-Zero X.
Indeed. Because that, oh, Jesus Christ, that game just gives you a fucking heart attack.
It gives you nausea. Motion sickness.
Indeed. So the other hype thing is, so like I said, like when I'm up at work, when I'm in camp and I'm away from home, I'm here for 2 weeks at a time. So I am here for 14 days and then I go home for 7. Right?
Right.
So my fiance, I flew up on a Tuesday. She told me on Friday that she got the SNES Classic. So I have had to wait. By the time I get home and I see it and get to touch it, it's going to be like 10 days since I've technically owned it.
Right.
That is so painful.
I can imagine.
It hurts. So
that's kind of like when you know what your Christmas present's going to be, but or your birthday, and it's like 2 months away.
Exactly. So I had already, like, I've had a pretty shit time up here this rotation. It's not been fun. But when I got the SNES, when she told me, yes, we have one, it's at home, I was like, literally nothing can fuck this rotation up.
Right.
What is that?
That is their clock that plays bird chimes on the hour.
That is terrifying.
Also, my mom and sister are on their way now.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So, I'll finish up our little, like, jukebox hype up thing here. So,
nothing can make it shit.
Yeah, I was like, nothing can make this rotation shit. Like, I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how cold it is. I have a SNES motherfucking classic waiting at home. I was like, hot damn, I'm set. Hype. So then a couple days later, my fiance is like, my best friend's in town. I'm going to drive into the city and meet up with him and fucking hang out for a little while. And I'm like, fucking awesome. Say hi to him for me. Right? This is the same man I was talking about is going to be her man of honor when we get married. He will be walking down the aisle arm in arm with Jukebox. It will be wonderful. We will post pictures on Twitter and shit. Anyways, so I was like, awesome. Say hi to him for me. I'm super pissed that I'm not in town. Right? Then he tells us that he has days off work the same time I do. And I'm like, nice. Oh, fuck. And he's like, you bet that sweet ass I'm coming to visit on your days off. And I'm like, holy fuck. The hype just got even more real. So it's like I get to go home, see my fiance, have a SNES fucking classic, and then one of our best friends comes to visit, and I think he's staying for like 3 or 4 days to hang out. So it'll be like hang out, junk food, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, fucking SNES classic, and you're coming over to hang out at some point too. Yes. So it'll just be like the hypest shit ever, dude.
I'm super happy for you.
Right?
You're gonna have like a really good week this time when you get back.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm actually a lot more hype now knowing what you're gonna do.
Right?
So we're gonna wrap this up. So chant with me. Hype. Riding on cars.
This has been. I love it. So yeah, this was our hype episode. It was a short episode because, like I said, I'm at camp. It's dot. Jukebox and I have fucked up schedules right now. It sucks ass. Yeah. Hopefully, at some point soon, I will have a different job. I will be back at home full time, and we will be able to resume and keep a little more on top of shit.
Yeah.
So we both apologize for that.
Things will actually come out at noon on Sundays.
But it's also hard. I'll just clarify. It's also hard on Jukebox because literally all I do for the podcast is provide my voice. That's like all I do, and a couple of ideas every now and then. Jukebox is like the main driving force behind everything because he handles the Twitter, he handles the RSS feed, he handles fucking Facebook and the uploads and everything. He does like damn near everything.
It ain't that bad.
Well, you say it's not that bad, but I mean, like, for example, if you were like banging out like a full-time job and shit right now too, I'd feel like garbage.
Yeah.
On that note, at some point when I have more time, I'm going to get Jukebox to full on teach me how to do all of this so I can take some of the load off of him.
Hype.
So, just to clarify, like, if anybody's curious why our shit is so like up and down sometimes and our episode lengths are inconsistent and all that, it's because like
we have lives.
Literally, I messaged Jukebox yesterday and I was like, shit, we need to record. And he was like, shit, yeah, we do. Do you have an idea? And I was like, hype? And he's like, fuck it, let's go.
And you're like, Friday? And I'm like, I can't Friday. Saturday?
Okay. And I'm like, okay. So, that's that. So, this was our hype episode. We'll give you an update because we'll have to do another episode. We'll have to do episode 25, and by the time we record episode 25, we'll have had the like super hype week.
Okay, you know what?
With the SNES Classic and everything.
I am guaranteeing you for next week, it is going to be almost nothing but games we have played. The entire episode.
Pretty much.
Because you know what, dude? We didn't talk about it at all this episode because you were just hype train, SNES Classic, friends are coming to town, you got a fiance, all that stuff.
Indeed.
I have actually been playing games.
Me too.
I forced you always play games. I forced myself to play real games that are not just Pokemon Go. And I'm have so proud of you. Lot to talk about.
Goddamn. Next episode, games we've been playing.
It's coming.
Also, sorry, one last thing. Other little bit of hype, I get the new Pokemon on Wednesday.
I figured you were going to get it.
I don't care. People are like, the reviews I've seen, people are dumb happy with it. I'm like the biggest Pokemon fanboy on the planet, pretty much. I've been playing Pokemon since I was 4 years old. Pokemon Yellow was the very first game I ever got. Like, got. Like, this is mine.
And
I've been playing Pokemon since I was 4 goddamn years old. I've been playing Pokemon since before I knew Jukebox.
the first one the first game I ever bought was Crystal, but I was 10.
Indeed.
Actually, I might have been 8. I don't remember. Either way.
I don't know. Fucking either way. He was in that general area.
Yeah.
So that's also hype for me. So I will mention that when we do our games we've been playing, because I will have had the time to actually like put a little bit of time into it. I'm excited for it. People are shitting on it because, oh my god, it's another fucking remake. It's the same damn game. Like, no, it's not. They added in new stuff. There's a couple new Ultra Beasts. There's a whole new like section of the area based around Ultra Wormholes. Like, it's a brand new game. I'm excited for it.
I have super beef with Sun and Moon, and I am hyped for you to tell me how good Ultra Sun and Moon is and how it's so much better than Sun and Moon.
Me too. Because I also did not like Sun and Moon.
One last thing, because I actually have to go now. Next episode will have tentacles.
Sweet Jesus.
Bye.
Bye. This has been episode 24 of the Infinity Games podcast. Thank you for joining us. I am KelryxsKing.
And I am Jukeboxhero, and we continue to ride on cars.
That was like the best closer ever. I'm not even mad.
Okay.